want to take part.
It's more like there's one of the running themes is to get the woman to tattoo your name on herself.
Well, that's clearly not true. What you've read is fake, and it's made up by stupid journalists.
There's 12,000 pages of it.
There's 12,000 pages. Well, it doesn't matter. It's very easy to find some chat logs and enter little lines into it. I don't think that.
It's also very easy to say, yeah, a bit of it was done.
Well, here's the thing. If 4,000 people are talking across hundreds of different rooms 24 hours a day, right now, since the beginning of our interview, probably 300, 400, 500 messages have been sent inside of the war room. I can't tell you exactly what everyone has said over the last 4 years and what they haven't said. I can't. What I'm saying is, in my experience inside of the war room, that is absolutely not what the war room stands for. That is absolutely not what the war room teaches, preaches, what anyone I know from the war room believes. All the people I know from the war room are happily married men, guys with families, guys with kids, successful businessmen, people who run construction companies, real, honest, great people, and that does not represent us. So I think it's fake.
You guys have preached a message of masculinity, and I'm all in favour of masculinity.
Great.
Many other people have categorised it as toxic masculinity because of the misogyny and so on. Do you feel that maybe you have collectively gone too far in the misogyny, and that has been, again, one of the reasons you find yourself in the problems you're in?
Well, again, when I say
the kind of alpha male
what have I
rhetoric.
What have I said that's misogynistic?
No, I'm just asking you generally whether you feel that's part of the problem.
I don't think that's part of the problem. I don't think it is a problem at all. I think that when somebody has been speaking on the internet for a decade, you have to understand that, first of all, lots and lots of content is produced, and it's very easy to cherry pick and to take things out of context.
Sure.
And number two, the man speaking on the internet 10 years ago is not the man being interviewed by you today. You know, who I was when I was 25, I fancied myself a bit of a dating coach, used to give people advice on how to meet women and how to pick. That's not how I live now. I'm 35, I'm not 25. You at 25, I'm sure we're very vastly different than you are today. So, you know, I don't think there's a problem with anything I've said, because I've never advocated for anything illegal. I've never advocated for any crime. I do not advocate for drugs. I do not advocate for violence. I do not advocate for any of these things. So if Andrew said that women can't drive as well as men once, like, it's very easy to jump on that and say this man is the world's biggest misogynist because he said X. And I think it's
he said a lot worse things than that. I do think
that was the original reason he went viral.
I do think he said a lot of blatantly misogynist things. I don't think he's even really aware. I don't think he even thinks they are misogynist.
Well, that depends on your worldview, and it actually depends on the worldview of where you live. Because if you were to walk around the country of Romania, the great country of Romania, and you were to talk to people and say some of the misogynistic things you've heard Andrew, me, anyone else in the world say in England that are considered misogyny, the men and the women here would be like, yeah. Huh? What? Misogynistic? What's like?
Yeah, that's not a very good defense.
Well, no, it's not.
The fact that other countries,
I'm not trying to defend myself.
The fact that other countries tolerate it.
No, I'm not trying to defend myself. But the man should go out and work, and the woman should stay home and take care of the family. This is my point. So in England, that's for some reason makes people's heads explode when I say that's how I want to live. I'm happy. I'm not saying
you're perfectly entitled to live how you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you guys have made millions and millions of pounds out of preaching that message, and the criticism is that young, impressionable teenage boys in particular have been led to believe by you guys that the only way to succeed in life is with that dynamic.
No.
Where the man's in charge, he's the hunter, he's the provider, the woman stays at home, she makes herself look good, and her only whole modus operandi each day, a whole raison d'etre, is to get up and make a man feel good.
I'm going to correct you, because I think you're completely wrong about what me and Andrew preach. What me and Andrew preach is a message of masculine excellence. And when you are an excellent man, when you are strong, smart, sharp, all of the things that we tell young men to be, disciplined, then you can find a wife and a woman and a life and a dynamic, 4 wives if you like, and live exactly how you want.
Oh, sure.
I don't tell, yeah, and you can have a wife who's more successful than you. You can date a judge or a lawyer or a doctor.
You do both basically believe women should stay at home and not go to work.
No, I believe that I want my woman at home with my family, and that's the way I wish to live.
But that's also what you